Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commenttary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow! Take it back! Welcome along to the Commentary's coverage of the Mamelodi Sundowns against Borussia Dortmund in the Club World Cup. I'm Russ Vernon, your match commentator for this game today, and it's going to be a big match this afternoon then, or morning, depending where you are tuned in to us from, or evening, come to that case. Borussia Dortmund and Mamelodi Sundowns going head-to-head in Group F as they look to try and get underway in their tournaments, with both Mamelodi Sundowns winning their first game, Dortmund drawing their first game, so Dortmund looking to get the first victory. Mamelodi Sundowns looking to qualify with a victory today for the next stage of the competition in the Club World Cup. And what a tournament it's been so far. Some brilliant games thus far, including the match between Bayern Munich and Boca Juniors in the early hours of the morning in the UK. 2 o'clock UK time it kicked off. That was a fantastic match. Boca Juniors very unlucky not to get anything out of that game against Bayern Munich yesterday, or early hours of this morning, depending where you're listening from. Mamelodi Sundowns are taking on Borussia Dortmund this afternoon and looking at digging out other two teams, starting off with Mamelodi Sundowns with Williams in goal, Wasadu, Gupardo, Kaneka and Lunga across the back, Alande McKenna in front of the back four with Ribeiro, Zwane and Matthews behind Reiners. Rangers, should I say, in the attack this afternoon, or morning, depending where you are. As for Borussia Dortmund, it's Kobel in goal, the back three then of Sula, Anton and Besabene. It's a midfield of Kuto, Bellingham, Nemecha, Gross, Svensson, Brand and Gussarai lead the line. On the bench, Jimmy Bino is linked with Chelsea in recent weeks, the former Chelsea man, Connie Chukwemeka amongst those on the bench today. What a match we've got in prospects, and the VAR is from Uruguay today. Jordan Gonzalez is the Uruguayan doing the VAR this afternoon for this game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund. The referee is from Paraguay. Juan Gabriel Benitez is the man doing the refereeing in the middle of the park at the TQL Stadium, the home of Cincinnati in America, FC Cincinnati of the MLS today. There are the teams on your screens there. As you can see, Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund. Mamelodi Sundowns are your nominated home side for this game today, as they take on Borussia Dortmund in this match this afternoon. Wayne, the captain from Mamelodi Sundowns, Julian Brand, the captain of Borussia Dortmund this afternoon, in what's going to be a big game today here on the Commentary Hub. England under-21s in action in the under-21 Euros later, and big up to a good friend of mine, Dylan. Hopefully you're doing okay today, mate, and hopefully you enjoy listening to this commentary between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund as we get ready for kick-off. Two head coaches there just going through the handshakes ahead of kick-off. It'll be Borussia Dortmund in the change strip of white, who will get us off and underway there, taking the goal away to my left-hand side in this first half of the TQL Stadium in Cincinnati. We're now underway in this game between Borussia Dortmund and Mamelodi Sundowns, and it's a easy header inside by the Mamelodi Sundowns right back Madu there, who can now get possession back again as Mamelodi Sundowns will try and have a bit of early possession, which they will do with a throw through Adu there, and this will be a big game to cover, and wonder if we'll see a shock in the tournament with Mamelodi Sundowns beating Borussia Dortmund in the game. 35 seconds gone so far. It remains Mamelodi Sundowns 0, Borussia Dortmund 0. If you're just tuning to us, this on the microphone for this big game in the Club World Cup. As Mamelodi Sundowns just keeping the ball well early on. He was back to Williams, who was brilliant in the last game for Mamelodi Sundowns. Fantastic saves there. His opposite number Cabell has been in fine form for Borussia Dortmund throughout last season and is impressed so far in this tournament. This is the second game for both of these sides in the Club World Cup. As this summer, as here comes Borussia Dortmund with Guta on that far side, which is their right, as Mamelodi Sundowns win the ball back in the midfield, and there's Wayne charging forward, just loses out there as it's nod back to his goalkeeper by Bissani for Borussia Dortmund, and Dortmund will try that on the right hand side. Back for Cincinnati, Borussia Dortmund playing, and there's Anton trying to get this all the way, trying to flick it on his Sula, who gets it downfield. The German international, but Mamelodi Sundowns will pick up again and find Mudadu on this near side, cutting field from the right back position where he is listed to be playing today, and back with the goalkeeper Williams, who just takes a touch. It's all in green with an orange trim down the sides, as Mamelodi Sundowns will watch on and see this ball go back to Williams, and as Mamelodi Sundowns just try and get their shape in this game and try and get this ball coming forward. Mamelodi Sundowns 0, Borussia Dortmund 0, 2.5 minutes gone in this game as we get ready for kick, as we get ready to see what unfolds in this Club World Cup match, as Mamelodi Sundowns will try and charge over halfway with Ribeiro. Wonderful touch and crossfield pass from Ribeiro to pick out Luongo there, the number 29. Longer, should I say, the left back, who's can come forward from left back, as Mamelodi Sundowns trying to come forward there. Poor pass from Zwain to pick out Longer again, and he goes out of play. From the throw, there's Miguel Cardoso, the head coach of Mamelodi Sundowns. No, really seen much about him in all Mamelodi Sundowns until this tournament, but he's got good tactical awareness and how to set up his teams in this competition thus far. I'm interested to see if he can maintain that in this game for 90 minutes against Borussia Dortmund in the game, as a ball played towards this near side for Svensson, who can't keep the ball in play there for Borussia Dortmund, and he's a fantastic star. There's Niko Kovac, the Dortmund head coach, done well for Dortmund since taking over, and is looking to do well in this competition for his side, as Murat just keeps the ball forward, and as from that throw in, and was trying to play around at the back of Mamelodi Sundowns, which have been cut out at there, as Brand can't get it through to a teammate there. Svensson was in there as well, and Mamelodi Sundowns will try and come away, but there is Anton to tidy up well there with Benny Sibane, who can bring this ball forward here. Mamelodi Sundowns trying to get back in numbers to win possession back, which they've done ever so well here, and they will try and come forward now and drop it back here to the right back there, which is Muddu, who can keep the ball and just split it across to the left hand side for Lunga, back inside to Krenka, who can get back to Williams, and Mamelodi Sundowns just trying to get an early feel of possession, trying to make Borussia Dortmund run around in the early parts of the match. As a ball over the top is Say Reyners in behind. As I know, as a shot comes in from that far side. In fact, it was Matthews, and he Man goes outside the penalty area, but the referee is giving a free kick to Borussia Dortmund. He's giving an handball there against the winger there, Matthews, and broke the offside trap well, and I think he's just given handball against him as he comes back inside, as the shot comes back towards him. Then there's an handball against number 18, Wayne it was, not Matthews as he looked initially. And it remains 0-0, 5.5 minutes gone in the game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund in the Club World Cup. Group F encounter. Some other games have been getting delayed due to weather and being delayed due to and having stoppages for cooling breaks in the games because of the heat. And that's not just in America, the heat is quite warm. It's warm everywhere at this moment in time. And it looks like some places having bits of rain and potential thunder and lightning forecasted for some places in the UK over the next few days. I've been reading. Mamelodi Sundowns trying to come forward down that far side as Matthews was flagged offside. Then it remains scoreless. If you just tune into us here between Borussia Dortmund and Mamelodi Sundowns in the Club World Cup. Glad you're doing well, Dylan. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. Good to have you on, as always. A new listener and subscriber to the channel. Really good friend of mine. Subscribed earlier in the week. As we see Mamelodi Sundowns just watching the ball go out as Dortmund tried to come forward down the left-hand side, trying to pick out Svensson was Cabell, but too much on that ball forward. And now Mamelodi Sundowns with Williams have possession back as they will try and break forward here. Cupido will nod the ball back to Williams here and try and bring this ball forward. They will look to bring this ball forward and try and cause a few problems for Borussia Dortmund in this game, and it remains 0-0 if you just tune into us here on the commentary. Russ Vernon guiding you through the action for this game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund as they will try and come forward with possession, and Dortmund have the ball back over on that far side with Kuto, switches play for Svensson. Svensson just cuts in field, drops the ball back there to Bensibane, who can now find the run there of Gross, who can find Svensson, whose cross is blocked behind for a corner, and that's a good start to the game from Borussia Dortmund, and a good start to the game as well through for Mamelodi Sundowns. Both teams playing fairly well so far in the Club World Cup and causing up the opposition teams when they come up against major problems in the opening matches, especially Mamelodi Sundowns getting after a win. Dortmund got off to a draw as Pascal Gross has been told to put the ball back. Here is no listen to the referee there as Pascal Gross, the former Brighton man, but he will take the corner now. He's whipped in right footed towards the back post and then around the back there from Nicolas Sula. Just goes over the top there and behind for a goal kick. He's claiming a corner there as Gross's delivery was met by the German round the back there, but headed was over the bar. It remains Mamelodi Sundowns 0, Borussia Dortmund looking up towards 10 minutes as there's Cabell out of his penalty area to go on the end of a long ball forward as Sundowns trying to catch Borussia Dortmund off guard there with the ball forward. It remains Mamelodi Sundowns 0, Borussia Dortmund 0. If you just tune into us here on the commentary of Russ Vernon to guide you through the action this afternoon. Really good to have you along with us for this game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund in the Club World Cup. When Williams just watching on here as they will try and come forward and Mamelodi Sundowns, and Wayne just there, going well, running through the heart of the Dortmund midfield and towards the shot, and it's a goal for Mamelodi Sundowns, and it's Lucas Ribeiro with the goal. Only 11 minutes and Mamelodi Sundowns take the lead. It's a fantastic, well taken goal for Mamelodi Sundowns, lead here against Borussia Dortmund. What a shock we could be having on here if it stays this way, but Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa are beating the German giants Borussia Dortmund at the Club World Cup. It was a fantastic ball into Ribeiro, ran through the heart of the midfield, and it's a fantastic run from Ribeiro, and it was just unmarked. And where is the defensive for Borussia Dortmund after he just gets past Anton there, just run through like he was unchallenged all the way through them with the Mamelodi Sundowns man and put it into the back of the net. And you've got to say that it's been a fantastic start by Mamelodi Sundowns, causing problems for Borussia Dortmund on the charge forward. And with that goal there, it's just proving that they are going to be unstoppable in this tournament. Mamelodi Sundowns. It's going to be a fantastic start for them in this game against Borussia Dortmund, and his 21st goal this season for Ribeiro there. And you've got to say that goal was, let me just say it how it is. Come against doing a play, because Dortmund had just had a bit of spell down the other end, but they had started well, Mamelodi Sundowns, and you've got to give credit to them where credit's due, as Dortmund trying it back almost immediately, but good defensive work there by the Mamelodi Sundowns, and the Ribeiro, the goal scorer, sends away the number 13 there, Reyners, as he tries to deliver across towards the back post there, and almost worked it out well there, did the Mamelodi Sundowns side, who almost got in behind there to cause a number of problems for them. And you've got to say that with this game as it is thus far, it's nothing short of what's been absolutely brilliant in this game. Fantastic start by Mamelodi Sundowns, and a deserved lead in having ensured the pressure from Borussia Dortmund was not punished by them. A fantastic start by the Mamelodi Sundowns to lead against Borussia Dortmund in the Club World Cup. In fantastic start to the game now, and this game will have everything about it now. We'll have it all open, because Mamelodi Sundowns, really good start to the game and defending really, really well. And that's what they did in the first game as well. They defended resolutely in their first game of the tournament, and they're doing so yet again today. And without any questions, they're looking by, in my opinion, one of the strongest sides I've seen so far. Mamelodi Sundowns have got a good base to work on, and they've got a good squad, and the players that they're playing up against is not poor opposition, and like Borussia Dortmund are in their group, and you've got to give credit where credit's due, because for Mamelodi Sundowns to be leading Borussia Dortmund is really good, because you've got to, if you look at it, the performance levels from Dortmund thus far in the tournament have been brilliant. But if they lose today, what a shock that would be in the tournament. And you've got to say that Dortmund haven't really yet got going in terms of goal scoring opportunities just yet in the opening 14.5 minutes. And Mamelodi Sundowns are playing some really good football as they're coming forward now through Ryan Reyes there, and he's lost out in the end. Did Zueno trying to help him out there. There's a goal scorer, Ribeiro, drops the ball back into Mwanda, who can just keep the ball well here for Mamelodi Sundowns, and they're just knocking the ball around well. Even at the back, they're just finding space, finding pockets of space. Mamelodi Sundowns just drawing Dortmund out of shape and working in behind them, pulling them out of positions and turning them on, putting them on the back foot with balls over the top, balls in behind, little through balls into. As there's a ball pass and a goal back for Borussia Dortmund. It's a ball given away by the goalkeeper Williams, and Borussia Dortmund have levelled through Felix Nemecha. As I was saying, Mamelodi Sundowns are playing well, knocking around well at the back. It's given away by Williams, and Felix Nemecha has put it into the back of the net and has given Borussia Dortmund back on level terms in this game. And it's 1-1 now. And yeah, they are very quick breaking out at the back. And yeah, Luke, that was a fantastic run and brilliant counter-attack there. And Felix Nemecha has levelled for Borussia Dortmund. 16 minutes on the clock, and it's 1-1 in this game. Ribeiro with the opening goal, Nemecha with the equaliser. And what a game this has been. 5 minutes between the two goals. Ribeiro on 11, and there was Nemecha on 16 to make it 1-1 between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund. And I agree with Luke there, that goal was a gift. There was an absolute gift of a goal there for Borussia Dortmund, and one that the Mamelodi Sundowns goalkeeper Rowan Williams will not want to see back. And now Mamelodi Sundowns have got to do all that hard work again, which they did to get in the lead. They're going to do that again, trying to take back the lead there. And there's some really good football from Mamelodi Sundowns on show this far from the mistake by the goalkeeper. And that's, from what I can recall, seeing the Mamelodi Sundowns opening game, that was the only mistake Rowan Williams has done in this tournament to date so far. No, it's only the second game for Mamelodi Sundowns, but in the tournament as well. But that's the only mistake I've recalled him doing in this game, as we see Mamelodi Sundowns against Borussia Dortmund. 1-1 is the scoreline here on the Commenttary Hub. We're also live on Storm FM and my personal Twitch channel this evening. Russ Vernon guiding through the action as Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1, as Cabell comes charging out to his area to clear the ball away as Rangers try to get in behind there. And there's one of the fans just grabbing hold of the football, taking a photo with it before he passes it back down to one of the stewards there in the crowd. Well, the game's back underway anyway. There's a multi-ball system in place in this tournament. What a game this has been thus far. We've played just over 18 minutes and it's still 1-1, and it's 1-1 between the two sides. Goal coming from Lucas Ribeiro on 11 minutes, and just 5 minutes later, Felix Nemecha equalised to make it 1-1 between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund in the Club World Cup. And fantastic game to watch so far, and bring you in on the commentary. If you're tuned in for the very first time here on the commentary from the people I mentioned it to in last night, thank you very much for doing so. As a ball low crossed in, and there is a chance for Dortmund, almost getting a second. There was Nemecha. Excuse me, and he remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1, as Mamelodi Sundowns got away with one there. Now can come towards halfway, and there's a good charge now from Zwain, gets the ball in field towards Allende there, the number 11 who got forward from the defensive midfield role there to get in support of the attack. He remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1. If you just tune into us here on the commentary of Russ Vernon, guiding you through the action for this game this afternoon. 19.5 minutes played is Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1 if you're just joining us. Very good to have you on with us this afternoon, and really good to have you with us whenever we do any commentaries on the channel. It doesn't go unnoticed when we get support on the channel. And it remains 1-1 between the two sides. Rivera on 11, set by Matthews. Nemecha on 16. And it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1. 20 minutes gone in this game. Mamelodi Sundowns are playing some really good football at this moment in time, but Dortmund is back by a gift of a goal by Ronan Williams. And it remains 1-1 as we see Williams making a save there, as we just see the ball across, and which Cabell got an end of before the run of Rangers, should I say, would have got an end of that low crossing from Matthews there, as he tried to help Mamelodi Sundowns take the lead for a second time. Joe Bellingham there, wearing number 77 for Borussia Dortmund, and unlike his brother Jude Bellingham, who plays for Real Madrid, Joe Bellingham doesn't want to be reminded of it, about being referred to as Bellingham's brother or Jude Bellingham's brother. So on the back of his shirt, he will have the word Job on the back of his shirt. And it's really good to have you along with us for this game today. But coming up tonight in the Under-21 Euros, England take on Spain in the quarter-finals. Listen back, you can hear delayed commentary of that game with Nicholas Jones providing the commentary on that one for us, as we watch Mamelodi Sundowns against Borussia Dortmund. As we watch this game unfold, as a charge comes forward here, as Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1, as here comes his way now to find Ribeiro, now into Ribeiro again from Radu, the number 25 for Mamelodi Sundowns, as they will try and come forward here. And they're just knocking the ball around well here, Mamelodi Sundowns. South Africans are giving a good account of themselves, not being disgraced by the German outfit. Unlike Auckland City were against Bayern Munich, when they were heavily beaten 10-0 in the first game, Auckland City. Then they lost 6-0 yesterday to Benfica, did Auckland City. And Bayern Munich only just got past Boca Juniors. 2-1. They go for Michael Elise, won that game for them, after Harry Kane had given Bayern the lead. And I've got to say, I know someone else agrees with this one, but fantastic goal from Boca Juniors yesterday, or the other hours of the morning, depending what time zone you're in, against Bayern Munich. Well taken goal and a fantastic finish, just a bit similar to the Mamelodi Sundowns one, where there was a quick break and fantastic finish in the end of it. The Boca Juniors last night. Madu can come forward with possession for Mamelodi Sundowns, who, as he with Kenka at the back there, as he tries to come forward there, as he remains 1-1 between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund running around the back. Williams trying to call the ball back, which is cut away in the end by the defenders there for the by Borussia Dortmund. Then Nicholas Sula, the German, was bad there helping out his defenders. The throw will be taken out from Mamelodi Sundowns. They don't like a foul throw there from Mamelodi Sundowns, but the officials have not spotted this, so it's gone unpunished in this moment in time. And there's a chance forward here now as Mamelodi Sundowns just keep all the possession. There's the number 11 Allende for Mamelodi Sundowns, will obviously back towards his goalkeeper Williams via McKenna, who can send this ball forward now. McKenna with Dortmund win possession back. Remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1. If you're just interested, there's a Mamelodi Sundowns player down here on the floor. It's Lucas Ribeiro there, I think, who's gone down the goal scorer. And that would be a big blow if he has to come off here. He's been held back up by the referee, and fair play to the referee, because not many referees would have helped him back up there. And we are having a cooling break now. 25 minutes on the clock. Is Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1. We'll be with us, Atty Blake, who says she's surprised that Mamelodi Sundowns took the lead against Borussia Dortmund. And she's also gone on to say Mamelodi Sundowns are doing well in the Club World Cup. Yes, they are. Doing fantastic at the Club World Cup. And we're just seeing the goal again from Ribeiro. Fantastic finish as he raced through there. This was a poor pass. He didn't look there, Williams, as he tried to play it out. And Felix Demetri said, "Thank you very much." And he in the back of the net. I think he's refereeing well this game so far. Our man in the middle from Paraguay. And it remains 1-1, 26 minutes gone. It's a cooling break in the Group F encounter between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund. I can tell you there's another game taking place right now in the quarterfinals of the Under-21 European Championships. It's Portugal 0, Netherlands 0, 28 minutes gone there. And I can tell you in the Women's Under-19 Championships, Italy lost 2-1 to France, and Sweden got beat heavily 5-0 by Poland. Later on in Group B in the Under-19 Women's Championships, UEFA Championships, Netherlands take on Portugal, and Spain take on England Under-19s in the Women's Under-19s. England Under-21s take on Spain in the 21 European Championships at 8 o'clock this evening. In the CONCACAF Gold Cup, Jamaica 2, Guadeloupe 1, and Guatemala 0, Panama 1 was results in Group C in the CONCACAF Gold Cup. And there's a friendly international in the women's. Ghana take on Malawi. It's underway. That's underway now as well. We'll try and bring you the score of that one as and when we have it. There's a game going on in the Norwegian SN7 as Bodo Glimt are leading Brann by a goal to 0 on 28 minutes there. Those are some of the other scores taking place. Later in the games today in the Club World Cup is Inter Milan versus Ura Reds, Fluminense against Ulsan HD, and also River Plate against Montreal as well in the Club World Cup. But yeah, in the game is Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1. If you're just tuning into us this evening, very good to have you along with us. Juan Gabriel Benitez is the referee from Paraguay today, and it remains 1-1. I was surprised with that score as well. Actually, the Sweden United against Poland. Listen, I was trying to score again through Ribeiro, but his shot is blocked. Fantastic bit of play again from Mamelodi Sundowns to get into the penalty area. Ribeiro again breaking the offside trap and beating his men for pace and getting in behind and getting a striker goal once but twice. Ball behind for a corner because Sule was running up behind for a corner. And yes, they are. Auckland City to minus 16 goal difference. Was 10-0 to Bayern, was 6-0 to Benfica. They're now out of the tournament already, barring a miracle. As a corner comes in for Mamelodi Sundowns and just gone over the top there in the end. He was Kinu Cupido tried to go on the end of that ball in the penalty area, and he couldn't do so. It remains 1-1 between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund, coming towards 30 minutes played, and been a good match thus far in the Club World Cup here in Cincinnati. Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1 is the scoreline. If you're just tuning into us here right now, as here comes Mamelodi Sundowns trying to charge forward. The Wayne was robbed of possession there, and Dortmund have the ball back, and they can come forward now as they will try and come forward with possession. And they've got it on that far side through Kuta, who's done well to keep hold of possession for Dortmund. There is Benson into Svensson. Down the line is Russ, the former Brighton player, who wins his side of corner. A bit of play there from Pascal Gross and Dortmund to force that corner. It was a good build-up play in the end there as the Mamelodi Sundowns, as we after Dortmund against Sundowns, and Sundowns have done really well against Dortmund on the transition as well, and on their counter-attacks coming forward. We've had some score predictions in for this game as well. A score prediction for this game. We'll read it out for you in a moment after this corner from Pascal Gross in towards the penalty area. Claimed well there by Ronwen Williams. And Williams has read the danger well there. He just saw that corner coming in and he just shouted, "It's mine," and grabbed it well and sent it forward quickly there, looking for the run forward from the attackers there for Mamelodi Sundowns. And it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1, if you're just tuning into us here on the channel. Yeah, Job is a good player. He's doing well. He did well the other day when he came off of the bench, and he's doing well so far in this game, just trying to stop some attacks for Mamelodi Sundowns when they come forward. In this game, it remains 1-1 between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund. The Mamelodi Sundowns will try and come away with possession, and they're just managing to keep hold of the ball at the moment. He's able to come away over on that far side. That's a really good run down there from Matthews, and gets towards the penalty area. Good ball in towards the box. Then there's Sula getting the ball away. Anton was there too to help out Niklas Sula, the German international. I remember that actually, Blake. He did really well. Did Ronwen Williams in the AFCON a few years ago. Really good player is Ronwen Williams, and I've been impressed with him in this tournament. I remember watching some of the AFCON games you mentioned there, and some good stuff on show. It remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 1, if you just tune into us here on the Commenttary Hub. Here comes Dortmund with the survey towards the penalty area. Watson was back first header there, and it's in, and Dortmund take the lead. It's 2-1 to Borussia Dortmund, and it's number 9, Gussaray again. This time, Gussaray, number 9. And he's headed Borussia Dortmund into the lead for the very first time. They wanted a foul there. Mamelodi Sundowns, I don't think he'll be given. I know Bob will have a check on this, but I don't think he'll be giving us a foul. I'd be very, very surprised if it is. Having seen it from the angle there, what I want to see it from, I want to see it if the shirt is from the referee's angle. That would make it interesting. But Dortmund lead at this moment in time by 2-1. Will their goal be checked by VAR? Every goal and every decision is checked by VAR. But the goal is being allowed to stand. It is Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 2. And Gussaray scored the second goal on 34 minutes for Borussia Dortmund. It's Mamelodi Sundowns 1. Borussia Dortmund 2 now. And that goal has changed things around. There now, in terms of how this game is going. It's Mamelodi Sundowns still the lead. And a well taken goal, but since then Dortmund have been back not once but twice. It's now they're coming forward again here with Kuto. Jan Kuto over that far side. Drops it to the Anton's come up from the back there, and he's now it's Sula back, and Anton's now got back here as they will look to come forward this time as the ball played forward from Ben Spain, should I say, the number 5, got the ball forward, ran out of play for a goal kick to Mamelodi Sundowns, and they've gone with it fairly quickly, to be honest. And they're just knocking the ball around well. Mamelodi Sundowns at the back, and they will try and come forward from the back and try and get the noses back into the lead. And you've really got to say that this game has been a good start and a well taken goals from Dortmund, well taken goal from Mamelodi Sundowns, and it's a really good game this, And it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 2. And it's now back with Williams. And it's now with Swain, who can come deep. He's coming all the way back from the central attacking midfield role into a defensive role there as well to try and get into the game, as he's not really going to gain much in the opposition half of the field or the opposition's final third thus far. And it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 2 in this game as we watch this unfold. And now Borussia Dortmund will concede a free kick there, foul on the number 13 Rangers by Anton, and definite foul, definite free kick, no question about that. And it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 2. If you're tuning in to us for the very first time today, thank you very much for doing so. We really do appreciate having you on and you keeping us abreast of where you are. Listening to our coverage from, we'll wait a free kick for Mamelodi Sundowns, who can deliver the ball in towards the penalty area. It's headed away there by Dortmund as Sundowns just have it back again. And a shot from the edge of the penalty area just over the top of the crossbar from Mamelodi Sundowns. Just trying to work out who it was who fired that shot over there. I think it's Nivan Lunga who struck that ball over the top. And it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 2 as come towards the final. We're almost coming towards the final 5 minutes of the game. We've got final 6 minutes of the first half now, into the final 6 minutes of the first half now. As Russ is twisting one way then the other and then back again, and his cross is blown. That's good defensive work there. The man who allows one his side of throwing. Really good stuff there, in the end. And he's done absolutely brilliant. There, the Mamelodi Sundowns man. Fantastic start to this game, and you've got to say Borussia Dortmund are slowly trying to grow the way in. There's a shot there of Job, who will, as I mentioned, wear number 77 in the upcoming season for Borussia Dortmund. or maybe just for this competition and then have his number changed for the start of next season. Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 2, as the ball is over the top there for Mamelodi Sundowns to chase over there, but it remains 2-1 to Borussia Dortmund. Goals from the Mecha on 16 minutes. And Gusserai, the number 9, scored on 34 minutes to put Dortmund 2-1 into the lead. Ribeiro is on. It scored after 11 minutes. But Mecha equalised. I think it's Ribeiro put Dortmund into the lead for the first time this afternoon. And now they're coming forward here now on Mamelodi Sundowns. That's a 4-pass, and now it's a turn of Dortmund to come through. My father said, but that is a 4-pass as well. But that could be a 4-pass from Dortmund this time, and it is. And they've given away a cheap free kick, cheap throw in here from Mamelodi Sundowns. And you've got to say that when you look at this game here, Mamelodi Sundowns have not been disgraced. They've played some good football and are looking really good thus far in terms of possession. As a shovel can always be a throw in here to Mamelodi Sundowns, and remains 1-1 between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund, who can try and come forward. Then the ball over the top here, and a chance here now for Dortmund to get in behind. Can Dortmund score his Job Bellingham? Job with a shot is blocked behind through a corner, but the offside flag was up against Job Bellingham. And let me just look at this here. Was Job Bellingham offside when this ball was played? Just. I think it was a toe offside. There, Job Bellingham. And we're into the final. Coming towards the final few minutes of the first half, plus any stoppage time, probably not that many stoppage time, I would imagine. But we are locked here at 2-1 to Borussia Dortmund. After we thought it was going to be 1-1 for quite a while. And it now remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 2. In this game, this Club World Cup. It's the final 2 minutes of the first period. It's been a good game in the Club World Cup thus far. Fantastic performance from Mamelodi Sundowns, who are working really well, Mamelodi Sundowns, to make sure that shape comes into place. And it's now 2-1 to Dortmund, who are coming forward with possession there. There is the number 2 for Dortmund, which is Couture, who can come forward. But he's not back here to Anton, who gets it all the way back there to his goalkeeper, Cabell, who finds Ben-Sebaen. Svensson back to Ben-Sebaen, and now back to Cabell. Into the final minute of the first period. It's Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 2, if you're just tuning to us this afternoon. As Mamelodi Sundowns are playing some decent football in the end, as we watch on. It was a brilliant piece of defending yet again from Mamelodi Sundowns. This ensures that Dortmund have a throw in only. And remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 2, if you're just tuning into us. As Mamelodi Sundowns have to get back in numbers. Here's the low cross in. Punched away, comes out to Job. Joe Bellingham, 3-1. And Job has got the third goal on the stroke of half time. His first goal for Dortmund since his move from Sunderland. And Job has scored. And it's now 3-1 as we enter 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Joe Bellingham gets the third. And you've got to say this has been superb from Borussia Dortmund since going 1-0 down. The response has been brilliant. And Dortmund have the third goal before half time. And Borussia Dortmund have turned this game on its head. Laying chest down in a brilliant finish. And he bounced up, he watched it come back down and just made sure he got his foot there, just put it into the back of the net. Joe Bellingham was supposed to be at the under-21 Euros for England this summer. We said when he signed for Borussia Dortmund. He came out to the Club World Cup instead of playing for England in the under-21 European Championships under Lee Carsley. Mamelodi Sundowns 1. Borussia Dortmund 3. It's the latest score coming up towards half time. Been a good game thus far. And now Mamelodi Sundowns are playing really good football here. And they're looking to cause a number of problems in this game this evening as we see Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund charging forward. And now Mamelodi Sundowns having to get back in numbers as Dortmund win themselves a free kick there. Foul on Couto. And remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 3 as there's Job again. Svensson into the centre. Svensson again as he delivers the ball. Goes back and a towards goal saved as Gussaray almost got his second and Dortmund's fourth just before half time. And Jan Couto made a comfortable, was coming across to this corner now as Williams was forced into a comfortable save. This will be the last act of the first half of the thoughts as Svensson once got to take this corner. He will be allowed to take this corner, Svensson here, before the half-time whistle goes as we have played just over the 3 minutes of substitution now. Will he take the corner? No, he won't. The half-time whistle is gone. The half-time whistle is gone between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund. And it's Borussia Dortmund who lead by 3-1 at half-time. It's goals after goals from Felix Nemecha, Seru Gussaray and Joe Bellingham, or just Job as he's going to be known on the back of his Dortmund shirt, turn this game around after Lucas Ribeiro's 11th minute opener. But at half time between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund, we see the scoreline of Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 3. Join me in around about 50 minutes time for the start of the second half coverage. Welcome back to the Commentators coverage of Mamelodi Sundowns against Borussia Dortmund, who lead by 3-1 at half-time in Group F of the Club World Cup. Ribeiro on 11 minutes up in the square from Mamelodi Sundowns before a mistake from the goalkeeper, Ronan Williams, allowed Felix Nemecha to level on 16 minutes. Turu Gusure made it 2-1 on 34 minutes before Job made it 3-1 on the stroke of half-time. It looks like there's going to be no changes to the Borussia Dortmund side. Just trying to see if there's any changes to the Mamelodi Sundowns side. Looks like there's no changes to their side either as we get ready for the start of the second half. Mamelodi Sundowns taking on Borussia Dortmund in the Club World Cup. Borussia Dortmund leading by 3-1 as their players who are on the bench have just made their way back out of the tunnel ready for the start of this second half between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund. We through the teams shortly at the start of this second half. Mamelodi Sundowns will get us off and underway in the second, taking the way to my left hand side, and we are now underway in the second half of the game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund, as we see Mamelodi Sundowns just keep the ball at the back and moving through their team in just a moment or two's time as we get ready for the second half to really kick-start and get underway as we see a ball early forward. An early goal could be one we may need to open the floodgates in the second half of Dortmund. They must score a fourth for the second half as the striker Gusure almost was in behind there. And he's winning inside a corner which will be taken by the former Brighton player Pascal Gross, and we'll go see whether the two sides will shape up. It looks like no change to the side from what I could see. So I was thinking I was waiting for that. Just waiting to see if there's any last minute changes. Like sometimes it looks like there's not any notice there's been one, and then you have to try and work out who it is. But it looks like there's been no changes to the second half from either side. We'll run you through the teams again in just a moment. Pascal Gross will take this corner first for Borussia Dortmund. He's got the Nemecha, Zibene all in there. And then it comes in and is just punched away by the Sundowns goalkeeper. Ronan Williams, and we decided free kick. Let's look at the side. It's Williams in goal. Longer, Kenkana, Kubido, and Madadu at the back. McKinnon and Alande. Matthews, Wayne, Riberes behind. Rainers for the Mamelodi Sundowns at the start of this second period. For Dortmund is Cabell in goal. For them it's Bezibane, Anton and Sula across the back. Svensson, Gross, Nemecha and Yankuto in midfield. Job, Gusure and Brand in the attack for 3-4-3 formation for Borussia Dortmund. This evening is Mamelodi Sundowns are charging over halfway, and there's a wonderful bit of play from Lucas Ribeiro, a wonderful cut-in field from him out wide to the number 17 there, which is Matthews. Matthews, ball across, and a shot comes in from the edge of the penalty area. It's eye wide. Not so answer from the Mamelodi Sundowns. Man, and if you want to get involved in vote for your player of the match, you can do so for the official superior player of the match. Visit play.fifa.com/POTM for your player of the match choice. I'll be giving my player of the match choice later in the programme. See if you agree with me for your player of the match, or whether you think somebody different. And if you think somebody different in competition for me, you can make your decision known on that poll, on the polling votes there, or so put them in there and I'll read some of your choices out after I've given mine, so I'm not swayed by any of your choices for player of the match. As here comes Mamelodi Sundowns charging forward down my right hand side was Mudadu. to Borussia Dortmund into the second half of play. Just coming towards 4 minutes of the second period. Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 3 is the latest score. If you're just tuning into us here on the Commenttary Hub, also live on Storm FM and my very own personal Twitch channel this evening. And if you are tuning in for the very first time today, hello, welcome in. Thank you for doing so. I really do appreciate you tuning in as Jan Kuto get ready to take this set piece of the throwing for Borussia Dortmund. Here now as we watch on, it's Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 3. It's Mamelodi Sundowns just making sure that they can keep all of possession, keep a bit of momentum going in terms of having the ball, making them run around, and then a bit tired before. When I say them, Dortmund tired before they are. And then Dortmund try and lose their shape at the start of the second half as well, when Williams just finds Kanaka, who can just keep all of possession back to when Williams again. And it remains 3-1 to Borussia Dortmund if you just tune into us this afternoon or this evening, depending where you are across the world and where you are locked in as well. And really good to have you on board with us for the Club World Cup coverage here on the Commenttary Hub. Also live on Storm FM and my very own personal Twitch channel, Storm FM. Our partners of in partnership with the Commenttary Hub to provide you with commentaries throughout the season, like we did last season. As we see more games than ever before brought to you on the Commenttary Hub, as more games will be shown on Sky Sports, on the TV packages in the UK, which means we can bring you more matches on a Sunday afternoon. More matches kicking off at 2 o'clock can be seen and be broadcasted to you. We'll probably have our little round the ground service with a featured match every week where we can, if we can, at 2 p.m. in some matches in some weeks, as we see Mamelodi Sundowns charging forward here now, and this is a good bit of movement here from Mamelodi Sundowns in towards the penalty area. The man went down then, no foul was given in the end, and it remains 3-1 to Dortmund. We've almost played 7 minutes of the second period, where it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 3. There is the number 20 Kanaka down the line. He goes looking for Lunga. Also down there was Matthews trying to get an end of that ball as he watches Sula there and just forces Sula to give it away, to put the ball behind off of him for the throw-in, and it remains 3-1 to the German outfit against a team from South Africa in the Club World Cup. Russ Vernon guiding through the action as we bring you this game today in the Club World Cup. Russ Vernon able to bring you some coverage of the Club World Cup this summer. We'll also have some of the 121 Euros as well. Nicholas Jones voicing the England game later against Spain. We've had delayed coverage of the 121 Euros. And it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 3. Mamelodi Sundowns are charging away with possessions. There's Ribeiro. Good bit of ball into Matthews, and Matthews takes his shot. He takes a deflection. It was number 11, Allende there where that effort, which took a deflection, or it looked like it took a deflection to me. Well, Allende did really, really well to get up in support there. And his shot did not take a deflection. Looked like he did initially. Let me see it again. It was eye wide. Another answer. We played now into the second half. Allende gets a shot, he's blocked. And then he comes back in. And Mamelodi Sundowns hit the bar. But the offside flag was up anyway. So he wanted to count it. But Cabell there yet again with a save. Cincinnati, Borussia Dortmund, Mamelodi Sundowns was giving away initially. He comes to the number 13. And I don't think he's offside there. I think me, defending on that far side, played him on. I think that should have been a corner kick there to Mamelodi Sundowns. Come off Cabell, deflected over. It was offside according to the officials as we've played 9 minutes of the second half, and it remains 3-1 to Borussia Dortmund. And now Mamelodi Sundowns just keeping on of possession well and trying to force an opening, and this is a good bit of players. The shot comes in, appeals from Bob and Mamelodi Sundowns. The referee says no, VAR will check that, I can tell you. Mamelodi Sundowns, adamant that should have been a penalty, saying no. They're the referee. Joey's the one who's down. And let's look at this again if we can show it us. There's no foul there. I want to check see if there's an handball inside the penalty area. It doesn't look like it from my initial view. I want to check see if we can see, because Mamelodi Sundowns are adamant that it should have been a penalty kick, but it's been brought back for a foul instead, for a free kick instead. But I'm sure they should have had a penalty instead of penalty for an handball. It will be a free kick to the Mamelodi Sundowns with Moko Enna and Ribeiro standing over this. Moko Enna and Ribeiro standing over this. Will this be a chance to make it? Three-two here. Will South Africa's pull one back? Moko Enna or Ribeiro's Moko Enna! I thought that was in for a second there, but it's just over the top. And Moko Enna was so unlucky there. And he's really set a corner from that free kick. Allende takes it quickly to the edge of the penalty area. Ribeiro, of course, ends up return is claimed by Gabel inside the 6-yard box. And Borussia Dortmund almost got pegged back. But now with Julian Brown, can they come forward here and extend their lead? Job back to Brown. Job again. We're 77. And wins this side a free kick. Pushing the back on Job as the free kick is taken, but from the wrong position. But the referee wasn't ready. We'll see that free kick again. Did he get? I think he got a touch onto the keeper Cabell there. No, he didn't. Just in the top of the crossbar. And went over. It looked like he got a touch to it though. Initially. As the free kick is taken down that far side looking for Svensson, but that was poor in the end. And it goes out. For Rowers. Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund. Barcelona remains 3-1 to Borussia Dortmund All 3 goals in the first half. No changes to the side just yet, and no change to the scoreline either. If you only just joined us in the game, it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 1. Borussia Dortmund 3 as Job gets the ball out wide. Crossed in towards the penalty, it's gone in! And out of Dortmund scored from there, he scored. And it's Svensson who's got the goal on 59 minutes. And Alex Dortmund made it 4-1 from that angle of all. I was in from there. Really bit of play. Worked it to Job. Onto Svensson, who was onside. And he's took a wicked deflection. Svensson's cross took a wicked deflection off of Mudadu and goes beyond the keeper, Ruben Williams, who can do nothing about that. And it's now Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 4. And Svensson on the hour mark has made it 4-1 to the Germans against the South Africans. Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Borussia Dortmund 4. We're crediting the goal to Svensson. Waiting the official whether it's an own goal or whether Svensson has actually got that goal. We will confirm to you once we know which way that will be. As Mamelodi Sundowns wins yet another free kick. Now let's see how this goes here. Who will come out on top in this game? Mamelodi Sundowns will line up a strike here from this free kick, over delivering the cross into the penalty area. I think it could be maybe a cross, or it could be a shot here from McKenna. McKenna is watching on his. He's going to take the free kick. Chipped into the penalty. And towards goal. And up the post, and it's in. He's been bundled in by Mamelodi Sundowns, and they've got to go back. It is 4-2 now, and the Meadows put the ball in the back of the net. It's Reynolds, the number 13. After initially it was in the bar. Will come back off the post. And then comes back and heads it in. And Mamelodi Sundowns have pulled one back here, and it's game on again now. It's 4-2 to Borussia Dortmund, who sees Julian Brandt come off to be replaced by Marcel Sabitzer, and Chukwuemeka comes on to replace Felix Nemecha. It's Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4. And I can tell you that the goal which was scored, the latest goal there from Mamelodi for Borussia Dortmund has gone down as an own goal by Mudadu on 59 minutes. Can he put the ball now in the right end if they get a corner or a set piece and he comes up from the back? There's a man down here for Mamelodi Sundowns, And then what's the free kick is number 11. Orlando's gone down here. Marcelo Allende gone down in number 11. And it's a free kick to Mamelodi Sundowns. And it's going to be another crossing position. And can Mamelodi Sundowns pull another one back here? Really give us a last 20 minutes. I think it was Connie Chukwemeka. Goes into the referee's notebook. There's 3 Mamelodi Sundown players all waiting to come on here. Next time the ball goes out of play, there's a crossing. A shot of goal. Defenders rebounds around inside the penalty. Transfer shot to come in. Clearly there's a man down inside the penalty for Mamelodi Sundowns. The wins on the edge of the penalty area. Still got Mamelodi Sundowns. They will try and work an opening here. And then good bit of work here. Mamelodi Sundowns is still coming forward here. And they're coming forward now. And there's a man down here for Mamelodi Sundowns inside the penalty area. He's claiming a push here. The man who's down there. Number 13, Reyners, was just been held back onto his feet. He's speaking to the referee here, Reyners, and just as this free kick has come in, yeah, he got pushed over there. That could have been a penalty kick. Maybe a bit soft had it been given, but you have seen those decisions given as penalties. And now, Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4. And here they come, Mamelodi Sundowns, Borussia Dortmund, and they've won a free kick, and there's a yellow card coming out here. And the man who's picked up a yellow card is either number 17, Matthews, who's picked up that yellow card there for Mamelodi Sundowns. Yes, it is. Tashreeq Matthews has picked up the yellow card there for the Mamelodi Sundowns. And it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4. There'll be a cross into the penalty area coming up from this set piece for Borussia Dortmund. He's whipped into the penalty from Pascal Gross. Headed towards, goal saved, and behind for a corner. Mamelodi Sundowns looking, thinking the offside flag would have been going up there. It's just he's in an offside position. And that stops, in my opinion, the number 10, Lucas Ribeiro, getting back, trying to help out the defending there. And that really should have been offside against the Borussia Dortmund number 9. But instead they've got Borussia Dortmund, and it wasn't offside. Gross with the corner. Claimed by Ron Williams. And he's got to clear it quickly now. There's a chance here to make it 4-3. There's a nudge in the bad net from Crew to the left. He says no. And there's another almost straight behind, straight forward there. And there's a new ruling coming in, which is been enforced in this competition already in the tournament, where if a goalkeeper holds onto the ball for, I think it's 10 seconds or more, or even, I think it's about 7 seconds or more maybe, then the opposition will get a corner. So, the Mamelodi Sundowns won't want to give Dortmund a cheap corner. So normally we see goalkeepers holding on to it in previous times, but this time we won't be able to do that. The corner will be given away. So we're just looking at this incident again. And nothing wrong there. So the subs are now being made for the Mamelodi Sundowns. Ribeiro's is Matthews, McKenna and Ribeiro coming off. And Morena, Adams and Arthur Sales coming on. For Mamelodi Sundowns. Throwing it will be for Borussia Dortmund. And the Mamelodi Sundowns are playing some decent stuff here. And now here they come, the Mamelodi Sundowns, and it's fair play for a throw-in, which Dortmund will take on quickly. I should say, the Sundowns will take on very quickly. That's a good crossfield pass there to pick out. Madu will put through his own net to make it 4-2 to Borussia Dortmund. And there's a ball forward. Well, the Sundowns are charging forward here. And they have a chance. There's a foul there. The referee says no. Play on as the Mamelodi Sundowns are charging forward. There's lunging field. Good bit of movement here from the Mamelodi Sundowns. Manu is now trying to put the ball in towards the penalty area and he's got off there and gone behind. And remains 4-2 in this game. Good to have you all with us. If you are just tuning into us here on the Commentary Hub, we're also live on Storm FM. And we're also live on my personal Twitch channel as well, Russ _92. If you want to give us a follow on Twitch. And you can hear the coverage on Twitch if you're going out and about by one simple thing. If you've got it on your mobile phone, just put it to audio only on your mobile phone via the Twitch app. Then go into your car, connect your car to Bluetooth like you would do a normal, if you put on just normal music, and then the commentary will come out into your car while you're driving around wherever you live. You can get our coverage wherever you live around the world, whatever time of day it is. And we do want to hear from you as well. You can get involved with us in the live chat. We'll break off as is. So can you make it 5? You can't. Fantastic block by the Mamelodi Sundowns defenders there, including the number 14. I think he's one of them who's just come on there. Fantastic. There was 24 there who's made that brilliant challenge. Cupido there is a fantastic breakaway from Gizerai. There, and we've now got the cooling break on 73 minutes in this second half, the second cooling break of the game. There was an official cooling break a few moments ago when the subs were being made. We're just looking at the goals again. It all starts with Ribeiro's opening goal where he ran through and way into the back of the net. Poor mistake from Roman Williams, allowing the match to make it 1-1. Just realised that and then made it 2-1 and then just in first half stoppage time, Joe Bellingham chested down and fired into the back of the net to make it 3-1. It was then 4-1 through an own goal through Guliso Muradu before the goal was being pulled back by Reynolds. And it's 4-2 to Borussia Dortmund. What a game this has been, and the players just taking on some instructions from their respective coaching staffs during this cooling break. It's the Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund for the TQL Stadium, the home of FC Cincinnati, as we are in Cincinnati for this game. The stand there, that's just showing on my monitors, where you can see the house of some of the Dortmund fans. It's sponsored by Powerade. Other drinks are available. As Powerade is a type of drink in the UK, along with Lucozade as well. It remains Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4, and we'll restart with a throw-in to Borussia Dortmund in line with the penalty area on this near side as we watch on from my vantage point. It is launched into the penalty area, is cleared away, and the Mamelodi Sundowns are just defending really, really well here. And this will come forward as the ball is in towards the penalty area with a chance here. There's a man gone down for Borussia Dortmund. They're wanting a penalty. His gerbil's gone down. He's looking for a penalty. The referee says no. And I think they are looking at this. And for me, I don't think there's nothing there to warrant a penalty. And Reyners, number 13, is coming off. Yeah, Reyners is coming off. He's played well today. Ikram Reyners. And coming on is Mothaba in his place. Lebo Mothaba. Now in attack for the Mamelodi Sundowns. As they look, they'll go back and send it into a grandstand finish. It's Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4, the latest score in this game. If you're tuning in for the very first time today, hello, welcome along. It's Russ with you today on the commentaries. Watch Borussia Dortmund coming forward here now, and this is a good bit of play towards Svensson. Can he keep the ball in play? He can't, and he goes out of play for a throw-in. Actually, the Dortmund wanted a penalty a few moments ago, but when Job went down inside the penalty area, but the referee said no, nothing. The referee got his spot on as well. It remains Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4. We have played 33 minutes of the second period. And we are look like we could be seeing a victory for Borussia Dortmund, but never count out the chickens from where we are, because with that you never know what could happen as we watch on here in this game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Borussia Dortmund in the Club World Cup. as here they come again. The Mamelodi Sundowns trying to force a opening through the Dortmund midfield and trying to force an opening to get through the midfield and then through the defence. But he remains 4-2 to Dortmund, and Dortmund have got possession back at this moment in time. If you're watching on, it remains 4-2 to the visitors, or the nominated visitors to this stadium for this match, because both of these sides are visitors to this stadium, as they both don't play their club football in Cincinnati. Dortmund play in Germany. Mamelodi Sundowns play in South Africa. And it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4 if you're just joining us, as Mamelodi Sundowns charge forward with Lunga. Lunga is doing well. Trying to put the ball in towards the penalty area. The referee watches it go behind, and the referee will give a goal kick to Borussia Dortmund. Some of the fans inside the stadium are fanning themselves off. Going to cool them down. This is a warm one today. It remains 4-2 to Borussia Dortmund against Mamelodi Sundowns. And Dortmund will try and get in behind you, but that's good defending through Lunga there to come away with his action. Allende just switches the play to the far side. There's the number 27, Moreno trying to come forward for the Mamelodi Sundowns. Will then come forward here now, and this is a good bit of play from the Mamelodi Sundowns, and the man goes down here and it's a free kick. Is it always going now for a throw in? Like a free kick had been signalled initially, but unlike that's what's been given now, as Dortmund were looking to fetch a couple of players on. In a moment or two's time, as we see Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4 in the Club World Cup, into the final 9, coming towards the final 8 minutes or so of the game. Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4 is the latest score. If you're just joining us, I'll do a recap of the goals in just a second. As we watch this attack from Svensson, who initially thought he got the fourth goal for Borussia Dortmund before we realised it was an own goal. As a cross comes in, just headed away by the Mamelodi Sundowns, as they will try and come away now down this near side, and the charging forward well there. Just to tell you the score is, it was opened by Lucas Ribeiro on 11 minutes, for the Metro on 16, Gisere on 34, Bellingham on 45, with Dortmund in a 3-1 lead. Wedu on 59 minutes made it 4. Was on it. As Sul and Bellingham, Sul and Joba replaced here for Dortmund. Ryerson and Biaeba coming off, and then Reyes pulled one back on 62 minutes. So we're just seeing the goal again from Job, which made it 3-1. Fantastic performance from him. First goal from him as well in this tournament, as Dortmund make a substitution there, and it remains Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4 if you're just tuning into us here on the Commentary Hub. Mamelodi Sundowns to Borussia Dortmund 4 if you're just joining us here on the Commentary Hub. As I say, if you're chatting, please keep the chat to what we are covering rather than self-promoting in there from the listener that's listening over on our Twitch channel this evening. So if I can just say that, please, thank you very much. Our listeners who listen regularly know that it's a family-friendly show. We like to just stay focused on what we are covering. As Mamelodi Sundowns slow trail by 4 goals to 2 against Borussia Dortmund. Mr. Icon got a teammate there as Dortmund will try and come forward now. It remains Borussia Dortmund who lead by 4 goals to 1. There's a yellow card here for Iba, the substitute here for Borussia Dortmund for the push there, and I've seen them pushes earlier on today got unpunished for not even a foul. Maximilian Berber goes into the referee's notebook. As Mamelodi Sundowns were making a change here, coming off is the number 18, Zwane, the captain, to be replaced by number 16, Lethaku, who will come on in his place there as we see this game unfold. Is Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Borussia Dortmund 4. If you are just tuning into us here on the Commentary Hub, and very, very shortly I'll be letting you know the player of the match. In this game, for Mamelodi Sundowns against Borussia Dortmund. Just to give my player of the match in a second. I'm just trying to look down to the, which I've got to 2, just trying to look down to the final 1 and who's going to get it. Just going to work out who that could be as we watch Dortmund on the attack here. Kuto into the penalty, pulled the cross. Will be just away there. Shot comes in from the far side. Svensson was there taking the shot there, and he's locked off. And fantastic play there from Mamelodi Sundowns to come away with possession. The referees penalised them for a foul there. We're just watching this again. And we're just going to give us the player of the match now in a second. And the player of the match I've just sent it there to my producer for this afternoon's game. And I'll be announcing that very, very shortly. In this game, as we into the final 2 minutes of normal time, before we go to see how many minutes of stoppage time we will get added on at the end of this game. There's no you think for the player of the match. Yes, Sundowns are doing really well. They're playing some good football. They play some good football today. and it remains 4-2 to Borussia Dortmund against the Sundowns there. So it looks like it's going to be one win and a defeat for the Sundowns, a win and a draw for Borussia Dortmund, who have one sub left to make. And we're going to give you the play of the match next time we have the stoppage in play. And the Mamelodi Sundowns are charging forward in towards the... They're just making 4-3, and they have! It's 4-3. It's game on. And it's... The man who's got the goal there, I think it's number 20, the centre-back, Kenga, who's got the goal. It's fantastic work. He's onside. And the man who's got the goal, I'm trying to see his number on his shirt here in shorts. No, it's the number 36 who's got the goal here for the Mamelodi Sundowns, Mothaba. And it's 4-3. And it's game on now. Mothaba with the goal. And game on here now for the last few minutes. Mothaba in the 90th minute. What a game it's been, as we're into 6 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game for the Mamelodi Sundowns against Borussia Dortmund. We played 30 seconds of those 6 added on. But what a game this has been. As we get ready for the closing stages now, and we're in for a grandstand finish now, especially if Mamelodi Sundowns get another one. And a friend of the channel, Mr. Trevor Sports, will be very happy if he's 4, folks. We'll be asking for some predictions on matches that are being played whenever I speak to him. His favourite prediction that he always comes out with is 4-4. So if Mamelodi Sundowns get another one here, it will be Trevor Sports' favourite scoreline that he ever says and predicts. As we're going to get ready now to give you the play of the match. And as Karim Adeyemi will come on here for Borussia Dortmund. And Guru Sarai is the one coming off, the number 9, replaced by Karim Adeyemi. And I can tell you the play of the match then, sponsored by Commentary Services here on the Commentary Hub, will go to Borussia Dortmund's number 8, and the scorer of the first Dortmund goal and the equalising goal, Felix Nemetja. Fantastic performance from Felix Nemetja today. Brilliant performance, and he's done really, really well in the midfield today, and he's played really, really well. Felix Nemetja, your player of the match this afternoon. It was between him and Joe Bellingham. I couldn't get Bellingham for the goal, but I think the overall performance from Nemetja has been brilliant today in that middle of the park alongside Bellingham and Gross. So that's why Nemetja come out on top. Gross was just third behind Job. Who is playing out in the Club World Cup rather than the Under-21 European Championships, as Mamelodi Sundowns could potentially have added 4th if they get the ball right, but they've got it wrong. But they've got the ball back after Dortmund cleared it away. And they're coming forward again here. Lunga will ball into Allende. Was doing really well here, Allende out wide to Lunga again. And there's a man who's gone down there for Mamelodi Sundowns. The man gone down again. The referee says get up to both of them. I thought at least one of them was a foul. But the referee was right on top of both of them and said get up. As we watch on here now as Lunga's there, he's been penalised for handball. And Mamelodi Sundowns thought we were going to be away there as the ball was played over the top. Lunga was pushed in the back. And that is not, how is handball there? Where can he put his arm? His arm's by his side and the ball gets struck at him. If that's handball, well it is, then I'm going to go bold tonight. That's never been handball in a million years. And that's the first bad decision this referee has got today. Scream at the aim, it's coming through and there's a free kick. If handball by Allington, he's got a yellow card there. Free kick to Borussia Dortmund. This one is definitely handball. No question. But the first one was harshly given, in my opinion. Pascal Gross will take this free kick for Borussia Dortmund as they try and run down the clock and get a victory this evening, which looks like they're going to be doing, unless Mamelodi Sundowns can win the ball back, break with pace and score an equaliser right at the last minute. Chukwuemeka's there and he's been played into the corner to hold it up there, corner Chukwuemeka, and he's done well. He's not holding it in the corner. Says Remadiemio goes down, the referee says play on. Chukwuemeka again. So we're going corner Chukwuemeka, and he's lost possession and the Mamelodi Sundowns is away. Chance to make it 4-4 if they can go at the end of this, they can't. And I think as the whistle gone there, the play will continue. Mamelodi Sundowns are, and the Dortmund game still continues here. And he's held on to him for more than 7 seconds, and that should be a corner. That should be a corner kick to Mamelodi Sundowns. He's not giving a corner there, which he should do as per the rules as the full-time whistle goes. Here, Mamelodi Sundowns have fell to a narrow defeat against Borussia Dortmund in this game, and what a match it has been. Fantastic game of football in the end. First half goals from Felix Nemecha, Cyril Gisserai and Joe Bellingham turned the game around after Lucas Ribeiro opened the scoring for Mamelodi Sundowns. An own goal through Gulioso Mudado made it 4-1 on 60 on the hour mark. 62 minutes, Ikram Reyes made it 4-2 and Lebo Mothiba made it 4-3 there, but Mamelodi Sundowns should have had a penalty, should have had a corner late on. The goalkeeper held it into his hands for more than the 7 seconds that he's allowed to, per the new rules. We're full time in our match this afternoon here on the Commenttary Hub from the Club World Cup. It's finished. Mamelodi Sundowns 3, Borussia Dortmund 4. Thank you very much for listening then, guys, to our coverage here on the Commenttary Hub this afternoon. Really do appreciate you being with us for the game this afternoon. Let me recap the scores for you from the other games taking place today in the Under-21 European Championships. Portugal 0, Netherlands 1, 84th minute goal from Poku after Van Bommel was sent off for the Netherlands, winning for them against Portugal in the quarterfinals. The under-19 women's championships, Italy 1, France 2, Sweden 0, Poland 5. Half-time scores is in the under-19s is Netherlands 0, Portugal 0. These are in the women's under-19 European Championships, and Spain 0, England 0 at half-time there as well. Just recap some of the CONCACAF Gold Cup results. Jamaica 2, Guadeloupe 1, Guatemala 0, Panama 1. Friend of the channel, Barry Swain, I know that he was doing coverage of that game, Guatemala against Panama, in the early hours of the morning. Hopefully he had a good commentary there. Only one goal in that game in the first half for Barry to commentate on. And in the Norwegian, Ezra Siren, Bodo Glimt 3, Brann 0, Blomberg, Oig and Selners on target there for Bodo Glimt. Well, that's all we've got time for here on the Commenttary Hub's coverage. Just a reminder of the early results in the Club World Cup Group C game. Bayern Munich 2, Boca Juniors 1. 8 o'clock is in Group E, and this is UK times. Inter Milan against Urawa Reds. And Fluminense versus Ulsan HD in Group F is at 11 o'clock this evening. So from myself and from the rest of the team of the Commenttary Hub, thank you very much for listening. Until next time, goodbye for now.